1980, many people would regard this a very important milestone in the Chinese history because in 1978, China started the reform and opening up policies. I guess British Airways, do you deliberately chose that special moment to enter China, or everything comes right at that time?
British Airways is an airline that likes to look into the future and plan for the future, and looks around the world and sees how different countries and economies as well as governments are developing. And if we have learned over the years, if you invest in time, you will definitely gain in the growth when it accelerates.
And for you, I guess
that's what when at that time people were of course looking at China and obviously seeing the changes and expected probably what we are seeing now to develop in a different, maybe in a different pattern, maybe in a different way, but certainly saw that China was going to be a place where economy and aviation was going to grow.
Then how do you comment on all the changes during the past 3 decades in terms of market demand, business opportunities for an old airline like you?
China has gone through quite a lot of different changes and developments in the past 3 decades, and for an airline we have gone up and down with the different flows of changes. Certain things were more positive, where an airline definitely grew, and that's why we moved from 3 a day to 5 a day and then to daily on the Beijing route, because we did see the development of growth and need of our customers to travel to the UK. There were difficult periods where it was uncertain due to different regulations or worldwide economy situations how things were going to develop and in what speed. So that is certainly we might have not grown as fast as we originally planned.
And for the airline industry, especially for international operation, it still, I guess, depends much upon the two governments' relations.
Now with open skies, it is a bit more, it is still government-based because the governments have to agree the open sky agreement. And China did that 3 years ago with the UK government. So that now allows a British airline to fly into China any port that we think is suitable for our commercial demand. And what we then need to do is, of course, look at slot allocation. Now, slot is arrival and departure into an airport. And these are held by the bodies in China, so the CAAC are the ones that allocate when an airline is allowed to depart or arrive in an airport in China. And this is a negotiation, and we need to negotiate with those bodies which slots we can gain. Yes, but that is not to do with the government. That is now then a commercial negotiation. You
mentioned 3 years ago the open sky agreement. I remember before that the older agreement only allowed you to fly to Beijing 6 weekly to Beijing and 4 weekly to Shanghai by Virgin Atlantic.
Correct.
And the latest one, you call it open sky. Is it completely open, or what kind of frequencies are you allowed?
No restrictions.
No restrictions at all?
An open sky has no restrictions. If we as a company believed it was right to go to every Chinese airport and fly daily, then we could do so. That is what an open skies agreement allows you. Now, of course, from a commercial point of view, we need to look where the demand is for our type of services, and that's why 3 years ago we as British Airways went into 5 times a week to Shanghai, because we believe the demand in Shanghai to London was there, and therefore we opened up this route as a result of the open skies being allowed.
And I guess the open sky agreement has opened a huge the door for huge opportunities for you.
For us and also our competition, yes.
And it's also open for Virgin Atlantic
Anybody.
and for Chinese airlines as well.
Any competition is allowed to fly the Open Skies Agreement so long as they are a UK or Chinese airline. Because it's between the two governments.
Yes. And so you said you can, right now you can fly to any city you want. Then do you plan to fly to a fourth Chinese cities beside Beijing, Shanghai, Hong Kong sometime in the future?
At this moment of time, we haven't got a plan to open another route. We believe we need to increase our frequency in Shanghai. Since we are now daily in Beijing, triple daily out of Hong Kong, and 5 times in Shanghai, we wish to go to daily in Shanghai.
When?
Very near future.
But for your other European rivals, they are now already flying aggressively to Guangzhou, Chengdu, Nanjing, and even Shenyang. They are all looking at the second and third tier cities, especially second tier cities in China. Aren't you worried about that, or do you think the opportunities in the second tier cities are not as great as
we have to look at what type of customers fly with British Airways and what type of demand these customers have and where they are situated. And at this moment of time, we believe the biggest demand for our services is out of Beijing, Shanghai and Hong Kong.